Just going live
Get
now.
up. Get up.
Just being kind.
Get up. Fork.
Okay.
Now you feel good.
See that?
Be careful.
I like doing it. I like doing it. I like doing it. I like doing it.
Tell them that I'm live and see if they go on. We'll let them know if we're on live.
I just want I gave him a piece of pretzel.
Do I
Can I
have
have a
pretzel?
piece of pretzel? I don't want a whole pretzel, just a little piece. Are you outside?
No, I got a whole bag.
Thank you. That was rude. Yeah, but someone has to stay with me now. I'm the only one that said I would do it.
Where's the guy?
First of all, there's five.
Says it's on.
Somebody should really stand next to my son, Jake.
Battles, I don't.
Says it's on. No.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, we welcome the Manhasset High School varsity football
It shows
team
it being
to the
live.
field.
Not on, so I don't know what you want me to do. I would be able to watch it.
Okay, hopefully now you can hear me. If you couldn't hear me before, that was a long gain on first down. DeSico to Karate over the middle for a nice long gain. Now we got Parchment in the backfield. Offsides. This should be offsides on Manhasset. They lined up offsides. Let's see if they call that this time on Manhasset. Or is it another false start on the Bulldogs? Yep. One of the Manhasset players was offside. So now we'll go back to 1st and 10. That'll be 5 yards for the Bulldogs. So sorry about that. The sound was not on to begin the game. It was very exciting. Matt DeSico dropped back to pass with no running backs in the backfield. 5 receivers split out, 3 to one each, 3 to one side, 2 to the other. Threw over the middle to Daniel Karate for a big gain. Now we got Parchment in the backfield, 1st and 10 with DeSico. 2 receivers out to the right, Schlemovich alone to the left. Gives it to Parchment. Oh, this fakes it to Parchment. Matt DeSico's going to run it, and he's met for no gain. Faked it to Parchment on the run. DeSico kept it, lost his balance, tried to run it back into the middle, and he got no gain on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Whew, what an exciting start to this game. The Bulldogs getting off to a big start with a nice, looked like a 40-yard gain to start the game on a pass over the middle to Daniel Karate, number 9 for the Bulldogs, the senior, playing both ways. Parchment to the right of DeSico, 2 receivers out to the right, Schlemovich alone to the left. Matt DeSico gives it to Parchment this time. He's running left.
Parchment, the ball carrier.
Gets about 2. It'll bring up 3rd and about 8 for the Bulldogs.
And number 54.
DeSico getting the plays from the offensive coordinator, Anthony Scrow, on over at the sideline.
And
The Bulldogs
Takahashi.
head coach, Coach Palladino,
3rd and 8.
has a great staff pile this year. We'll go over them in a few minutes too. Parchment to the right of DeSico, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. DeSico looking to throw. Now he's going to roll to his right. He's looking right. Now he's going to run it. Ooh, takes a hard hit. And he's being pushed. See if he got enough for the first down. It's going to be close.
Around the right end.
Looks like it might be close enough for a first down, or at least a measurement. The referee's standing on about the 16-yard line, which is right where he had to get. It looks like he might have got it. DeSico put his shoulder down. DeSico put his shoulder down and was able to get a first down on a 3rd and 8. Nice run by Matt DeSico. A nice, strong run. Matt DeSico not afraid to lower his shoulder and level the boom. 2 receivers, Schlemovich and Rubinoff to the left, Talik Edmonds to the right. Parchment in the backfield. Gives it to Parchment up the middle, straight through. That's a nice little gain for Parchment on first down. It'll be about 5. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5 for the Bulldogs.
Number 22, Dylan Parchment. Gain of about 5.
Same formation. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Parchment to Matthew DeSico's right. DeSico calling signals. Gives it to Parchment. Runs the middle again. Maybe about 3. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 1 or 2.
Was that Jordan that just did a backward roll?
Coach John Palladino's staff for this season has been his assistant coaches, Adam Bruce, Dan Barbone, Joe Delgase, Nick Laspina, Joe Moritz, and Anthony Scrow. And what a season they're having. Making the first round of the playoffs here. DeSico gives it to Parchment, runs the middle, and he's going to push, and he might get into the end zone, and he does! That's the touchdown! Dylan Parchment, the sophomore, with a touchdown to start the Bulldogs on their first drive of the game. With 7:35 showing on the clock in the first quarter, Bulldogs take a 6-0 lead. Dylan Parchment with a carry for a touchdown right up the middle. Bulldogs got bullied by the Manhasset team in the first game of the season. They said, we're not going to get bullied this time, and we're coming out and we're going to bully them. So right now they're setting up for this muddle huddle. We got 5 people, 4 on each side. 4 on each side. They could snap it, or they could come back. Oh, it's a snap to C.J. Majorano right up the middle, and it's a big push to go for 2. Did he get in? And there is a signal. He's in the end zone. That's C.J. Majorano pushes his way in for a score for the 2-point conversion to take an 8-0 lead to start the game. C.J. Majorano, they put that play in this week. C.J. Majorano for this muddle huddle is in the backfield. They snap it directly to C.J. Majorano, who takes it, runs up the middle, and pushed by Stefano, the kicker. Stefano Borsellino pushes him into the end zone for a touch, for the extra point. For the extra point. So that's a 2-point conversion for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs take an 8-0 lead to start the game with 7:35 left to go. Thank you for joining us here in Manhasset today. I see there's quite a few of you online now. And sorry about the beginning with no sound, and we got a late start. We couldn't get to the internet connection here, but we got it going now, and hopefully you're sitting on your couch and you're able to watch the Bulldogs against Manhasset. Bulldogs, like I was saying before, they are in the playoffs. They're the number 6 seed. Garden City 8-0 is the number 1 seed. Elmont at 6-2 is ranked 2nd. Manhasset ranked 3rd, followed by Floral Park and Lynbrook in 5th. Hewlett is in 6th. Southside is the 7th seed, and Bethpage is the 8th seed at 4-4 in the playoffs. So the 1 seed will play the 8, 2 plays 7, 3 plays 6. And that's why Manhasset's playing Hewlett, and 4 will play 5. Floral Park will play against Lynbrook tomorrow. Matt DeSico set to kick this one off. Number 7, the quarterback. Oh, it's a little squib kick out to the left side. Recovered by Manhasset right about the 41-yard line. Recovered by number 65 for Manhasset. Recovered by James Ledbetter for Manhasset.
Ball is at the 41-yard line of Manhasset.
All right, Manhasset comes out of the huddle quickly. Tight formation, no receiver split. One actually in a little slot to the left. One running back. Oh, the false start by number 64. False start by Patrick McGinnis. He's the right guard for Manhasset. He moved, set them back 5 yards. Not the start that Manhasset was looking for, but certainly the start the Bulldogs have been wanting. They'll bring up 1st and 15 with 7:35 left to go in the first quarter, with Bulldogs up by 8. Tight formation, one running back in the backfield. I'll tell you the players to watch in a second. It's a pitch out to number 4, met by Kobe Cox, number 44, tackled for a loss. That's the junior, number 44, Kobe Cox. Met him in the backfield. That's the pitch to Atif Heathington. That's their running back, number 4. He's a senior, Atif Heathington. He's their leading rusher. In fact, he had 41 carries on the season, ran for almost 600 yards and 9 touchdowns for the season. So it'll bring up 2nd and about 20. 2 receivers, 1 on each side. Straight back to pass. It's a screen to Heathington. Heathington gets back to maybe a gain of about 15. He'll bring up 3rd and about 5 for Manhasset on a little screen pass to number 4. That's Atif Heathington. That's their workhorse. If the Bulldogs could stop number 4 Heathington, they're going to win this game. That's the game plan. They'll bring up 3rd down and about 6. They're in their tight formation. Heathington is in the slot to the right. Quarterback under center. Heathington starts to go in motion. It's a handoff up the middle, and it's stuffed by Gianni Griffith, number 53, and number 77, Thierry Labossiere. It'll bring up a 4th down and 7 for the Bulldogs. Manhasset is going to come out in a punting formation with the ball spotted at the 45-yard line. Going back deep for the Bulldogs, number 17, that's Ami Bendelstein to return the punt. Matt DeSico is on the field. He's on the left side. He's the 3rd one in on the left. He blocked the punt earlier this year. Flag down. Manhasset getting ready to snap the ball. The referee threw a flag. See if the center moved the ball. They're saying the Bulldogs were offsides. Not really sure what happened there. They bring up a 4th and 2. Let's see if Manhasset decides to go for it. They are going to go. They are going to go. Ball spotted right at the 50. They got to get to the 49-yard line for a first down. Not really sure what happened. Oh, they're calling it was an illegal substitution on the Bulldogs. They called it an illegal substitution. Looked like C.J. Majorano was making his way off the field for an injury. It was Gianni Griffith that was making his way off the field because maybe he was hurt. And they called an illegal substitution instead of taking a knee. All right, bring up 4th and 1 for Manhasset. Everybody's tight on the line. Trying to pull the Bulldogs off. They don't jump. See if they're going to go with it anyway. Motion. Going to run the middle. Oh, and he breaks the tackle, gets the first down. Dylan Attard for a first down. That's their other strong running back, number 24. Dylan Attard. He took it to the Bulldogs during a first game earlier this season. Dylan Attard and Atif Heathington, the 2 running backs for the Bulldogs. So that penalty on the Bulldogs really hurt. Gives them a first down inside the 50 and into Bulldog territory. Manhasset comes to the line of scrimmage. Everybody's tight. Handoff. Fakes the handoff. Quarterback keeps it. Runs the middle. Or runs to the right. Gains about 10. It'll be a first down. That's number 10, Kyle Melkian. McColian. He's the senior quarterback, number 10. They have 2 quarterbacks, number 10 and number 4, Drew Schwartz. So number 10 is in the game right now with Dylan Attard right behind him. Hands it to Attard, up the middle, met by 57. That's Josh Grinchbun and company. Flag comes down. See if they're going to call a face mask on that. Looked like one of the Bulldogs got a hand up around the face mask of Dylan Attard. Let's see if that's what the call is. We're waiting for a call from the referees, what the call was. Yeah, it'll be a face mask on the Bulldogs. It'll bring a first down. They'll spot the ball. Let's see where they're going to spot it.
Half the distance to the goal? No.
They'll spot the ball. It's a 15-yard penalty. Spot the ball all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Call on Hewlett defense.
All right, for the Bulldogs, in the middle of that defensive line, number 53, Gianni Griffith. See if he's still in the game. He did come out. Looks like Dominic Lord is in the game for Gianni Griffith in the middle of that defense. It's Attard up the middle, number 24. Run in the middle. Hard to bring down. It might be enough for another first down by Dylan Attard. 9 yards, they're saying. They'll bring up 2nd down and 1 for Manhasset. Dylan Attard, tough running back to bring down. So it looks like Gianni Griffith is out of the game. Oh, number 51, that's in the game for him is Jordan Bajorge. Number 51 in the center of that line. In for Gianni Griffith. Number 44, Kobe Cox on one side. Number 77, Thierry Labossiere on the other. Motion. It's a pitch out to the right. Flag down. It'll be a holding. He gets into the end zone, but don't move those chains yet. It'll be a flag down. It'll be holding on Manhasset. They'll bring it back 10 yards. It'll be a first, it'll bring up 2nd and 11 for Manhasset. They'll bring the ball back to the 21-yard line. The linebackers for the Bulldogs. Number 1, Daniel Lankry's on one side. Josh Grinchbun on the other. The sophomore, number 11, is Alicia Frankel. And number 52,
on the play.
C.J. Majorano in the middle of that defense. Linebackers for the Bulldogs. Motion again, or fake motion. Fakes to Attard, setting up for the pitch. Pitches, and he bobbles it to fumble. Ball's loose, it comes right back up to him. And it looks like he's going to have enough for a first down. The ball was on the ground. Bulldogs had a chance on the pitch. It looked like Atif Heathington dropped the pitch, but it came right back up to him. It'll be a 1st and goal for Manhasset at the 9-yard line.
First down yardage.
It'll be right inside the 10, so I don't think they could get a first down because it is inside the 10. Bulldogs are having their chances. See if they can make a stop here. Attard behind the quarterback under center. Headington in motion. Fakes the pitch. Now he's rolling right. Throwing all alone. He overthrows. That was number 7, I think, for Manhasset. That was wide open. That was Keith Lamb in the end zone. Uncovered, but he dropped the ball. Overthrown by Kyle McCollion.
Second down.
It'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 10. One receiver splits far to the right, covered by number 9, Daniel Karate. 2 receivers out to the left. Dylan Attard behind the quarterback. Fakes to Attard. Quarterback's going to run right. He's rolling. Now he's going left. Gets out of the way. Throws it into the end zone. 2 Manhasset players are there, but cannot hold on. It's incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and goal. So Melkonian rolled to the right. Nothing was there. Came back to his left, being chased by 3 different Bulldogs, unable to pull him down in the backfield for a loss. Gets the ball off to the far corner of the end zone where there was 2 Manhasset players, but it was incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 10. Kyle McCollion into the huddle with the play. Lamb, number 7, comes far right.
Let's go, Hewlett.
2 receivers to the right. Dylan Attard in the backfield. Gives it to number 4, Atif. Headington, and he stopped for no gain. It'll bring up 4th and goal. Let's see if they're going to go for a field goal or if they're going to try to go for it on 4th down. See if the Bulldogs could stay on side this time. They are lining up for a field goal. They have no holder out there. Now number 88 is going to run onto the field. Clock is ticking. The holder runs onto the field.
Eugene Miller.
Bulldogs up 8-0 with 1:34 left to go in the first quarter. The snap, hold, kick, and it is good. That'll bring the score. Bulldogs 8, Manhasset 3 with 1:26 left to go in the first quarter. Very exciting game so far. Hewlett's getting off to the start they wanted. They had Manhasset stopped for a 4th and 6 or 7. I think it was an illegal substitution is what they called. Gave them a 4th and 1. They went for it right at midfield, got the first down, drove down to the 10-yard line where the drive stalled. They were able to kick the field goal to get within 4 of the Bulldogs. Or actually 5 because the Bulldogs got the 2-point conversion. So with the score 8-3 with 1:26 left to go in the first quarter. Thanks for joining us. I see we have a large crowd online today watching. Thank you for joining us for Bulldog football, playoff football here in Manhasset today. Weather is beautiful, just a slight wind blowing. It's about 55, 60 degrees. It was a 70-degree day today. The wind has calmed down. They said we were expecting more winds, but right now the flags are pretty quiet.
Cox, number 44, is a defensive lineman.
Set deep for the Bulldogs
Chris
is
Mariano,
Karate
52 is a linebacker,
and Dylan Parchman.
53, Gianni Griffith.
My cameraman, Frank Cedar, just shows me the temperature being 61 degrees
Number 77.
right now for the first quarter. Line the ball up. Came down to Parchman last time. It's going to come down to Karate this time at about the 10. Karate takes it, runs to far sideline to the right. Gets out to the 20, and he's dragged down by Manhasset. He'll bring up 1st and 10. Second drive for the Bulldogs. First drive of the game, Bulldogs took the ball and scored on their first possession on a nice run up the middle by the sophomore, Dylan Parchman. Started the drive with a long pass play over the middle from DeSico to Karate to start the game. Really shocked Manhasset to start the game. And the Bulldogs are up by 5 with 1:19 left to go in the first quarter. Actually, you know what? The scoreboard says 1:19 left to go in the first quarter. I see the Bulldogs are going down to the other end of the field. So, like I always tell you, the clock is kept on the field by the referees. The clock that I'm showing is a rough estimate. So let's see if they're switching end of the field. There is an injured Manhasset player on the field.
Starters for Manhasset on defense.
I don't know if it's the end of the quarter. Like I said, the referees, the clock that I look at is just a rough estimate.
Cornerback, Tiff Hetherington, number 4. Brian Riley,
It says 1:19 left to go. So I really don't know how close we are to the end of the first quarter. All right, they didn't move the ball, so that timeout was just to get the injured Manhasset player off the field. Now the Hewlett offense is going to come back onto the field, and they'll be going from right to left on the screen. The Bulldogs wearing the away white, Manhasset in their home blue jerseys with blue pants and orange numbers. Bulldogs white jerseys, white pants, and blue numbers. Break the huddle at the 21-yard line. Matt DeSico in the backfield with Dylan Parchment. That's Michael Schlemm split far to the left by himself, being covered by Dylan Attard. No. It's a handoff to Parchment, runs from left to right, gains about 8, and bring up second down for the Bulldogs.
Hi, Zach. Hi, Jay.
Yeah, Atif Hetherington, he's covering Michael Schlemm. That's on the far left, closest to you on the screen. Michael Schlemm has caught a touchdown pass on a long pass. Let's see if they're going to do that again. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left.
1 minute in the first.
DeSico gives it to Parchment again, looking for blockers. Parchment trying to push his way for first down. He's going to be close. Looks like he's going to be short. He'll bring up 3rd and about 1 for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs don't huddle. They go right to the line of scrimmage. They mark it at the 29. They got to get to the 31, so it's 3rd and 2 for the Bulldogs. DeSico with Parchment behind him. Gives it to Parchment, runs the middle, gets a first down, and dragged down after a nice screen for a first down right about the 35-yard line. That might bring us to the end of the first quarter with 20 seconds showing on the clock. See if the Bulldogs get another playoff. Parchment comes behind DeSico. Edmonds split far right. Got wing on each side. Trying to draw him off sides. Let's see if DeSico's not going to take this snap. He's just trying to pull him off. Looks like they're going to be happy going to the first quarter to an end. Yeah, that's the end of the first quarter.
It's the end of the first.
Bulldogs were happy with that. We'll take that. Up 8-3 at the end of the first quarter. Bring up 1st and 10 when we switch ends of the field. So for those of you who are interested, Garden City will play Bethpage. The number 1 seed will play the 8. Elmont, the number 2 seed, will play Southside, who made the playoffs with a 2-6 record. But that's based on PowerPoints. It's very hard to understand, but PowerPoints gives them, because they were ranked the number 2 seed, with their schedule and the people they played, they had enough PowerPoints to keep them in the playoff race, even though they only had 2 wins. So Hewlett's playing Manhasset, and Floral Park will play Limbrook at Floral Park tomorrow. And then from there, we'll see what happens. Bulldogs focusing on the game tonight, as Coach Palladino will say, be where your feet are. And what does that mean? That means your feet are here on Manhasset. Let's focus on this Manhasset game. We don't look ahead. One game at a time. We got to win this game if you want to play next week. So Bulldogs hoping to make it to the semifinals. They haven't been there in a few years. See if they could make that happen with a win here tonight. Bulldogs have a nice little crowd that traveled up to Manhasset. Half the Bulldogs fans are on one side and half the fans are on the other, because there's a very small stands on the visitor side. Okay, Schlemovich splits far left. Nobody on him right now. Oh, there goes number 44 out to cover him. Edmonds to the right by himself. Hand off to Parchment. Parchment runs to the right. Gains about 6, 7. It'll be second down and 3. Nice run by Dylan Parchment. Dylan Parchment didn't start as a running back this season. Won the starting job after he had some really good games in as a replacement for Karate. Karate was the workhorse for the Bulldogs and now comes in on special down. He plays on defense also. Gives it to number 22, Dylan Parchment again. They'll be close to a first down.
Parchment up the middle.
See if they give it to him. Looks like they're going to spot it for a first down. Right about the, it's going to be close. Right at the 45-yard line.
The first down will be third.
It's literally like 6 inches from the yard, from 6 inches from the 45. They got to get to the 45. Oh, now they're saying it is a first down.
Move the change. It's a
So
first
they are
down.
saying it's a first down. That's why I can't listen to the public announcer because he was saying it was, but I thought it was enough for a first down. Right at the 45. Talik Edmonds to the right. Parchment up the middle, looking for space. Matt DeSico's trying to push him. Gains about 2. It'll bring up second down and 8. Talik Edmonds, number 8. He's the wideout on the right. Number 3, Michael Shlemovich, the wideout that goes to the left.
And Podraza.
Kobe Cox in at the game as like a tight end, but he's lined up in the backfield. He's number 44, so he's eligible. 2 receivers to the left. Gives it to Dylan Parchment. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle. Gets outside. He's to the 30, 25, and taken down at the 20-yard line. Dylan Parchment running with authority to the 20-yard line. Another first down for the Bulldogs. Dylan Parchment for another first down. Dylan Parchment became the workhorse for the Bulldogs this game. It looked like the Cowboys out with that uniform on, right? It'll bring up first and 10 at the 21. Edmonds to the right. Parchment to the left of DeSico. Fakes it to Parchment. Matt DeSico's going to run left. Flag comes down. Looks like holding on the Bulldogs. It'll be 10 yards back. It'll bring up first and 20. Holding on the Bulldogs. It'll bring up a first down and 20. See, these penalties kill the Bulldogs all the time. See if they can get a first down on a first and 20. They started off throwing the ball. Now they're back to the running game. They're trying to keep Manhasset off balance. Are they going to throw or are they going to run? Matt DeSico faked that one to Parchment, kept it, ran the left side. Got about 2 or 3 yards, but it was holding, so it'll come back. Gianni Griffith hasn't been back out on the field. That's Dominic Lord is his sub for him when he's not in the game.
Penalty, we will repeat first down, first and 20 for the Bulldogs.
Jude Zach, tackle on the right side. Parchment lines up to the left of DeSico. DeSico comes to the line, changes the play with the line, puts Parchment on his right now. Let's see if Matt DeSico's just going to run right with all those guys to the right. He's looking to throw it. He's rolling to his right, throws it. He has, that's number 6, Stefano Borsellino. Takes it down to about the 21-yard line. It'll bring up second down and 9. So he gets the penalty yards back. It'll bring up second down. We'll give him 11 on that. Second down and 9. That's number 6, Stefano Borsellino, who comes in on passing downs too.
On the reception for the Bulldogs.
So you got Borsellino tight left with Shlemovich and 44 Kobe Cox. All lined up on the left side now with Talik Edmonds alone to the right. Parchment to the left of the DeSico. Now they're going to move and bring Borsellino and Cox to the right. Gives it to Parchment, runs behind the big guys. Gets met after about 2 yards gain. It'll bring up third and long for the Bulldogs. Ball spotted at around the 18-yard line. It'll bring up third down and 7 for the Bulldogs. This is in field goal range for Stefano Borsellino, the kicker for the Bulldogs. Hit I think it was a 42-yarder last week. So from here, it would be about a 39-yard attempt if they don't get any more yards. 3 receivers out to the left for the Bulldogs. That's Borsellino, Karate, and Shlemovich to the left. Matt DeSico's going to roll left. He's going to get outside. Oh, he's going to run this one. Another flag down. It's going to be another holding call against the Bulldogs. Matt DeSico does not get the first down. Another holding call against the Bulldogs. probably coming up.
Run around left end, but there's a flag on the play.
See what the call is from the referees. Holding on
Holding
Hewlett.
against Hewlett.
Let's see if they accept the penalty. The Bulldogs did not get the first down. It would bring up a 4th and about 3 for the Bulldogs without the penalty. Let's see if they take the penalty and move it back. It'll bring up 3rd. It depends on where the spot is, because it's 10 yards from. It'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
What are we doing?
They haven't decided if they're going to take the penalty yet. That's what we're waiting on here. 8:53 left to go in the first half. Bulldogs up by 5. They are going to take the penalty. It'll bring up a 3rd down. 3rd down and... Okay, so like I said, it depends on where the holding happens. So the holding happened in the backfield, so it'll bring up 3rd and about 20 for the Bulldogs, because it was in the backfield where the holding happened. So 3 receivers now coming to the right. That's Gabe Rubinoff, number 5 in the middle, Karate closest to the line, and Talik Edmonds far right. 2 receivers to the left. No running backs in the backfield with DeSico. DeSico in the shotgun, looking to pass straight back. Being chased. Now he's going to run. Throws it. It's popped. Oh, it throws an interception. Batted in the air. Breaks a tackle. Matt DeSico was being rushed by an unblocked Manhasset defender. Matt DeSico ran to the left. Decided to throw it. The ball got tipped. And it was intercepted by Manhasset. They'll take over 1st and 10 after they run it back to the 29-yard line. So with 8:18 left to go in the first half, Manhasset's going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line. Manhasset comes out. Let's see if it's intercepted by Ledbetter. Let's see if Manhasset, everybody's tight, if they're going to keep their running game. Motion, run the middle. And it looks like short gain. Tackled by number 53, Gianni Griffith, back in the game in the middle. So Gianni stuffs that one after a gain of about 3. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Manhasset breaks the huddle at the 31-yard line. Everybody's tight. 2 running backs in the backfield for Manhasset. Fakes the motion, runs the middle. Now it's a pitch. That's to Attard, gets outside. Borsellino on the tackle, maybe enough for a 1st down. It'll be close. That's Atif Heathington on the pitch. It'll be a 1st down for Manhasset. Tackled by number 6, Stefano Borsellino. Safeties, Gabe Rubinoff, number 5, and number 6, Stefano Borsellino. Jonathan Hillsberg, one of the number 21, he's one of the cornerbacks. Runs the middle. That's number 21 being pushed back, still on his feet. Gets back to the 40.
1 tough yard.
Attard gets 1. Tough run by Dylan Attard. Still 7:21 left to go in the first half. Bulldogs 8, Manhasset 3. Bulldogs up by 5. The other cornerback on the other side, Daniel Karate, number 9. I was telling you, Jonathan Hillsberg, number 21, with 3 interceptions on the season. Stefano Borsellino, number 6, had 3 interceptions last weekend. Straight back to pass. Setting up for a screen. Fakes it. Being sacked. Oh, and it's going to be picked off. That's number 1, Daniel Leckery. Picks it off in the middle. He can take it back. Almost a pick 6. Gets down to the 1-yard line. Daniel Leckery picks the ball off on a screen. Daniel Leckery read that screen. Going to take it back to the 1-yard line for the Bulldogs. No flags on the play. What happened?
Dude, don't get
What is he saying? Who is it? Anthony, just calm down. Just relax, because they'll give them a penalty. They'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. It was an injured Manhasset. We're not cheering.
No, I'm just telling you when the half is over, we're all moving down to that side. We're moving down to that side of the bleachers.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs on about the half-yard line after the interception and run back by Daniel Lankry, almost a pick six.
Didn't like it by you guys. I'm just telling you. When at the half, we're just moving down that way a little bit. We want to be on the 50. It's okay. At the half, we're moving down.
Timeout on the field with 6:48 left to go in the first half. Bulldogs up by 5 and ready to put that ball in the end zone. Bulldogs run on the field. 1st and goal on the half-yard line. Parchment behind DeSico. He's going to be run right up the middle of the Parchment. Pushes him in. That's a second touchdown for number 22, Dylan Parchment. Big things from Dylan Parchment today with 2 touchdowns to put the Bulldogs up by 11 pending the kick. They'll line up for the extra point. See if they do that muddle huddle again. They had 4 on one side, 4 on the other. See if C.J. Majorano's back in the backfield again. I see C.J. Mayer on the field. He is not in the backfield this time. He's lined up on the left side. Kobe Cox, far left. You have 7 guys on the left side. Kobe Cox is waiting for the snap. If they want to snap it directly to him. Oh, they got this one. If they snap it to him, they don't have enough defender. Oh, they're going to go to kick it. They didn't have enough defenders over there. I think the Bulldogs could have just pushed them in. But now they line up for the extra point. Bendelstein is the holder. Borsellino is the kicker. Shlemovich snap, hold, kick. And it is good. That'll push the Bulldogs up by 15-3. Be a 12-point lead for the Bulldogs. Up 15-3 with 6:43 left to go in the first half. This is the start that the Bulldogs were hoping for. Start off with the big play over the middle, setting up a touchdown run, a 10-yard or 11-yard run by the sophomore Dylan Parchment. And now after an interception by Daniel Lankry, number 1, Daniel Lankry, he's one of the heart and soul for the Bulldogs. He was injured earlier in the year. He's back in the game and on the field. And he had the big play, that interception that just set up Dylan Parchment's second touchdown. So with the score 15-3 with 6:43 left to go in the first half, the Bulldogs are ahead to lead in this quarterfinal playoff game in the Division III Nassau County Division. Borsellino, number 6 is set to kick off. Number 4, Heathington, is back deep, along with number 3, Matt and Franco, back deep for the Manhasset. They'll line up at around the 10. Borsellino, see if Borsellino squib kicks it, maybe not giving a chance to those guys to run it.
No, that's Steph. Come on, Stephanie.
It's a squib kick coming down the middle of the field. It's bobbled, picked up at one of the upbacks right around the 25-yard line. Runs the middle, gets down to about the 35. It'll bring up 1st and 10 for Manhasset with 6:34 left to go in the first half. Daniel Lankry, number 1, back on the field for the Bulldogs. He's the linebacker on the left side. That was actually trying to be a screenplay by Manhasset that Lankry picked off. You had 3-4 Bulldogs chasing the quarterback. Lankry read it, didn't charge, stayed back for the screen and was able to pick it off. So it's a pitch to Attard, running from left to right. Number 11, Alicia Franco tackles him for a loss of about 1. Number 11, the junior, Alicia Franco, outside linebacker, makes the tackle. Actually, Alicia plays the inside linebacker on that side. He's following Dylan Attard on the field. He's a junior. He'll be back next year. So Bulldogs team looking strong tonight. 57, Josh Grinch from outside linebacker on the wide side now. Got motion, fakes, pitch. He's looking to throw, being chased. Now he's going to run. That's met by Lankry, and Alicia Frankel again Gains about 1, but that was a hard hit. I heard it up here. I don't know if you turn your TVs up. If you heard that, I heard that right from here. Alicia Frankel, number 11, with a hard stick. Bring up third and about 8 for Manhasset.
Third and 8.
It was looking to throw. Nobody was open down the field. Barcelino, number 6, like I said, yes, last week had 3 interceptions. He was down in the middle coverage along with Gabe Rubinoff, number 5, number 21, Jonathan Hillsberg, and number 9, Daniel Karate. That's the secondary for the Bulldogs. Everybody's tight. Watch the screen again. They set up, got motion. Fakes it. Now it's a pitch. It's an option. He gets outside. It's number 3. He'll have enough for a first down. Gets outside. Makes a fake. Finally pushed out of bounds. Pushed out of bounds. I'm not sure who did. I think it was Gabe Rubinoff. Finally got him out of bounds after a big gain, 28-yard gain. Actually, it's a lot longer than 28 yards. Bring the ball all the way back down to the 35-yard line of the Bulldogs. So the option play, the fake the middle, pitched it. I think that was to number 3. That was a pitch to, I think it was number 3. Anyway, Manhasset's all set again. They're going to run the same play to the left. Fakes the pitch this time. Quarterback keeps. Gets outside. He breaks a tackle. Oh, and he's going to go in for the score. That's number 10. Kyle Melkellian in for the score for Manhasset. Fakes the pitch that time. Broke a tackle and went in for the score. With 5:16 left to go in the first half, Manhasset cuts the Bulldog lead to 6, pending the extra point. They'll line up for the extra point.
Melkonian will attempt the point after touchdown.
McCullen is also the kicker. He just scored that touchdown. Snap, hold, kick, and it's good. McCullen did that all that time by himself. Ran for the touchdown, kicked the extra point with 5:16 left to go in the first half. Bulldogs 15, Manhasset 10. Bulldogs up by 5. See if the Bulldogs could put a quick drive together before the end of the first half. Both teams with 3 timeouts remaining in the first half. Remember, Manhasset won the toss. They deferred till the second half, so they'll take the ball at the second half, so they'll have the ball to start the second half of the game. Welcome to everybody watching. I know the Cita's grandmas are watching down in Florida, so we say hello to you guys down in Florida, and thank you for staying with us all season long. We're happy to bring you these games. I know Anthony Scro's family's watching. He's the offensive coordinator for the Bulldogs. They're watching down in, I think it's South Carolina, where they're from. They can't come up and watch the games. I know they watch every week, so thank you for joining us. I know Michael DeSico's on a trip in Orlando, and he's watching his brother with his friends. So welcome, everybody watching the game. I think this is the biggest audience we've had so far live, so you're getting to see a good one. Here's the kick. It's going to come down to 22, Dylan Parchment. Takes it around the 10. Dylan runs the middle. Carries a couple of Manhasset players in the scrum across the 30. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. I think it's a rugby game. He just carried a couple of Manhasset tacklers for about 10 yards to put the ball right at about the 30-yard line for the Bulldogs. Nice return by the sophomore, number 22, Dylan Parchment. I keep telling you guys he's a sophomore because not too many sophomores make it up to the varsity team. But he started the season on varsity. I actually have a list of the junior varsity players, the sophomores, that actually are on the sideline here tonight and available to play if necessary. And I'll go through them with you at halftime. So Dylan Parchment being a sophomore on the starting field for the varsity team, that's a big accomplishment. Okay, DeSico in the shotgun formation. No, actually, DeSico, fakes. Oh, gives it to Parchment. Runs the middle, gains about 1. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9. That's where they had the big boys four guys on the right side
On the run
of that
by
line that
Hewlett,
time
tackled by
to
Marcus
block, and
Davis.
they ran in the middle. Not much there. Now we have the big boys on the left-hand side. Talik Edmonds splits far right by himself. There should be Kobe Cox on that left with Stefano and number 5, Gabe Rubinoff. DeSico letting the clock run down a little bit with 4:25 left to go in the half. Fakes it to Parchment. DeSico runs around the right side. Gets about 4. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Bulldogs. We'll make it 3rd and 4. DeSico faked that one to Parchment. They have a spy on him. Doesn't really have much room to run outside. 3 receivers. Now I see Shlemovich goes out far left. Number 5, Gabe Rubinoff in the slot to the left. Talik Edmonds to the right. Parchment behind DeSico this time. On 3rd and 4 with 3:45 left to go in the half. DeSico's talking to Talik Edmonds, who looks at his wristband. Gives it to Parchment. Runs the middle. Being pushed. It's going to be short. It'll bring up a 4th down at about the 38-yard line. Let's see if, with 3:25 left to go in the quarter, in the half, let's see if they decide to try to go for it, or at least try to pull Manhasset off sides. It'll be 4th and 1 for the Bulldogs. Matt DeSico in the shotgun, no huddle. See if they give it to Parchment again, trying to pull him off. They don't jump. Maybe they'll just call a timeout. They're changing the play, looking over at the sideline. Manhasset did not jump. Let's see if they're going to run it, or they're just going to call a timeout. With 3 timeouts, and they do. Bulldogs call a timeout with 2:56 left to go in the first half. Bulldogs up by 5, 15-10. This is fun. This is fun when we're in a playoff game and things are clicking for both teams now. So it's a fun playoff game. It's a great atmosphere here in Manhasset.
Out of the first half with 2 minutes and 56 seconds left in the second
See
quarter.
if Coach Palladino decides to go for it on 4th and 1 on their own 39-yard line. They got to get to the 40 for a first down. Dylan Parchment has been running the middle pretty consistently and getting yardage. Do they put 9 in the box, or maybe they go for it all? You know, it is a playoff game. Do you fake the middle and throw it up for a touchdown? Shlemovich has caught a long touchdown. Maybe they throw it up to him. Let's see what they're going to have in store. Or they're going to just punt it with 2:56 left to go.
Assisted by Adam Abuse, Dan Barbone, Joe
The coaches for Manhasset,
and Anthony Stroh,
the head coach,
David
former Bulldog head coach, Jay Iaquinta. He's in his 7th season here in Manhasset, but prior to that, he coached at Hewlett, and Coach Palladino was an assistant coach under him. So we're back here, live, 1 receiver each side. Matt DeSico going to give it to Parchment, run the middle. It's going to be very close to a first down. Looks like he has it. They'll move the sticks with 2:45 left to go. In the first half, the clock will stop while they mark the first down. Till the ball's set, then it'll run. So Palladino took a chance, gave it to their workhorse today. Dylan Parchment ran the middle, got the first down just across the 40. He had to get to the 40. He got across the 40. Anthony Stroh signaling some plays. Tight, 3 tight left. Edmonds split to right. Now they're going to 3 tight right. Edmonds, Borsellino, and Cox come tight right. Those are the big boys for the Bulldogs. Let's see if they run behind those guys. Gives it to Parchment to run behind the big guys. And they throw a flag again. Going to call holding again on the Bulldogs. That's the same play every time.
Tackled by Infranco.
Not really sure who that was on again, but every time they run that play, they hold it. And that's going to send them back 10 yards. It'll bring up 1st and 20. It'll stop the clock with 2:11 left to go in the half. These penalties kill the Bulldogs. They got the momentum going, and then they get a holding penalty.
Flag on the play.
That's a 3rd or 4th holding call on the Bulldogs.
Holding is the call.
10-yard penalty. It'll bring up 2nd
first down
and 20 for the Bulldogs. Or 1st and 20. First and 20
You can do this.
for the Bulldogs. Okay, the tight formation to the left. Talik Edmonds to the right by himself. Matt DeSico has not been able to run much against this offense or this defense today. See if he can break one. Fakes it. Matt DeSico keeps, runs right, spun around, tackled, maybe a gain of 1 or 2. Faked that one to Parchment. Matt DeSico ran left behind the big boys. Now Manhasset's going to call a timeout.
Number 54.
1:47 left to go in the first half. It'll bring up second down in about 20 for the Bulldogs.
Its first time out of the first half.
Ball spotted right about
seconds left.
the 30-yard line, so it'll bring up second and 20. They got to get just past the 50 for a first down. So we're seeing a good one here for the quarterfinals. Playoff between Manhasset and Hewlett Bulldogs here in Manhasset. Manhasset, the number 3 seed, taking on the number 6 seed of Hewlett. So that's why we are at Manhasset's field today. See, there's going to be a band lining up in the end zone, so it looks like at halftime there's going to be a little band show. Maybe we could bring you that. But I promise to bring you the junior varsity players that are on the field and suited up, ready to go for the Bulldogs at halftime, and I will bring that to you. Yeah, wind has picked up a little bit. It is blowing from east to west, so it's blowing from the Manhasset sideline toward the Bulldogs sideline. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Parchment in the backfield. Matt DeSico rolling to his right, looking to throw, throws. Intended for number 8, Talik Edmonds, falls incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 1:40 left to go. No flags on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 20 for the Bulldogs. Matt DeSico's talking to the referees. I'm not sure if he was trying to tell him. I didn't see if he got hit late or what. Matt DeSico's talking to the referee. Bulldogs come to the line. Edmonds comes to the right.
29.
2 receivers out to the left. That's Stefano Borsellino and Micah Schlemovich out to the left. 1:40 left to go. Each team with 2 timeouts. It's 3rd and 20 from the 30-yard line. Matt DeSico in the shotgun. Matt DeSico's going to run left. He's going to keep it, try to get outside. Gets to the 40, breaks a tackle to the 45, and he has enough for a first down across the 50 and out of bounds. And that should stop the clock with 1:31 left to go. Matt DeSico with a 21-yard gain for a first down for the Bulldogs across the 50. 1:31 left to go on the clock. Looks like Matt DeSico did get out of bounds. They'll keep the clock stopped with 1:31 left to play. Ball marked at midfield. 2 receivers, that's Rubinoff and Edmonds to the right. Michael Schlemovitz alone to the left. Dylan Parchment to the left of DeSico. Talik, that's Kobe Cox. He's going to block. Matt DeSico tries to run the middle, breaks a tackle, gets about 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 as he crosses the 45. See if they get right to the line of scrimmage. 1:20 on the clock and running. Both teams, like I said, with 2 timeouts remaining. Bulldogs not in much of a hurry. Gabe Rubinoff split far right here by your camera, almost at the sideline, all alone, with number 44 guarding him, all alone. Let's see if they go to him. Matt DeSico's going to roll. It's an option. Oh, and another flag. Flag comes down. It's holding again on the Bulldogs. And 2 flags come down. A second flag. There's 2 flags on the play. Looks like they're both going to be against the Bulldogs. These flags are killing the Bulldogs. Pushing them back. See what the call is. Referees are still conferring. It's going to be holding on the Bulldogs and probably an unnecessary roughness call. It looked like number 51 was in a little tussle right on the 50. That was Jordan Bajorge. See if they're going to call that. Maybe it's offsetting penalty. No, they're going to mark it against the Bulldogs. They haven't given a signal yet, but they're ready to step off some yardage. All right, they're going to mark the ball at the 43 after the holding call against the Bulldogs.
Back to the 43-yard line.
Bulldogs back in the huddle with 50 seconds left to play. It'll bring up second down and about 18 for the Bulldogs after the holding. I think that's the fourth or fifth holding call on the Bulldogs. Talik Edmonds to the right, Shlemovich far left. Matasico going to run left again behind Dylan Parchment. Gets hit, gains about 5, hit hard, tackled right at about the 47-yard line. With 20 seconds left to play, let's see if either team calls a timeout. Ball almost at midfield. Both teams with 2 timeouts. They might both be happy with this score at halftime, being Bulldogs up by 5, 15 to 10.
And Franco and Davis.
I don't think they're going to take another snap. That'll take us to halftime. If you're just joining us, you missed a good first half. The Bulldogs up 15 to 10 over Manhasset. Bulldogs got started. Their 2 touchdowns by Dylan Parchment, number 22, the sophomore, and a 2-point conversion by Dylan Parchment, accounting for 14 of the Bulldogs' points, and the other point being an extra point by Stefano Borsellino. Manhasset, they got their scoring started off with a field goal, followed by a touchdown on an option. The quarterback kept it, and senior quarterback Kyle McColian kept it and ran it in for their score. So at halftime, Bulldogs up 15 to 10 over Manhasset. I promised you I would introduce you to the junior varsity players that were brought up from varsity, and I will keep my promise. Number 30 is Eli Karate. That's Daniel Karate. That's his younger brother, who's one of the superstars on the JV team this year. He's wearing number 30. He's on the sideline for the Bulldogs, along with number 37, Julian Gupta, another star for the JV Bulldogs this year. He's wearing number 37. Their quarterback on the JV team, number 40, was brought up today, Preston Cusimano. He'll be wearing number 40, and he's available if he's needed. Number 47 is Omar Ahmed,
That's a nice goal marching band.
along with 48, Jacob Zohar. Number 49, Nico Rubio. Number 61, Levi Hewlett. It's hard to read. I think it's, let me see if I could get the correct spelling for that for you. Anyway, Levi is wearing number 61. Let me see. They did give me a roster. That's Levi Hecht, Hecht. So that's Levi. He's wearing 61. Alex Fournier, number 67. Josh Vasserman, number 74. Number 72 is Justin Pavetta, or Jostin Pavetta. Number 76, Xavier Cortez. Number 80, Sean Blefston. And number 92, Landon Mikhailov. So those are the Hewlett Bulldog JV players who were invited up to the varsity team for this year. The JV varsity team's going to be in good hands next year with Kobe Cox coming back, Alicia Frankel, Ami Bendelstein. Those are the varsity players that are still on the varsity team as juniors that will be seniors next year. So it looks like Coach Palladino is going to have a good group coming back for next year. But we're focusing on this year. And we are hoping that the Bulldogs can pull off the upset here in Manhasset to go on to the semifinal playoff game next week at Hofstra University. Bulldogs up 15-10, and it's halftime. So go get your snacks, go get your drinks, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Bulldogs up 15-10.
Get Lucky by Pharrell Williams, arranged by Tom Wallace. Combo and Shorty hurricane season. Arrangement by Paul Murphy. Manhasset High School Marching Band. Band directors David Von Boxel, Joe Capo de Casa, and Hector Manaya. The director is Greg Cisco. Assistant director of the marching band is David Von Boxel. The senior leaders, James Sikoris and Dora Shang.
But you know what?
I'm glad we sound the same.
If our fans were together, why are you spreading them apart? What is the point?
Because fucking Anthony had to be a loudmouth idiot.
Who is that guy?
He works at Montana.
So who's he here for?
Kids all the time.
So does he think he's helping the situation?
He's annoys me. Like, you gotta talk to him. just threw up.
He hurt his knee.
Jesse hurt his knee.
Matthew's throwing up.
Where's Matthew?
We don't know. We don't know. I don't care. What's she calling? She took it upon herself because she's afraid we're going to say something. I'm an adult and this is a playoff game.
Well, you got to get Anthony out of here.
It's not happening. Right. He needs to leave. It says away. That's where I am. On the away side.
Well, you're too far away. I can't hear you.
Stephanie, the second you open his mouth, we'll shut him up right away.
I know. Exactly. Exactly. What? What time are you going out tomorrow? What time are you going out tomorrow? In the morning? I'd be sleeping. We should come prepared. Chicago Bears, the football game. What? Oh, I'm sorry. What is wrong with you? It's a fucking football game. We're just playing football game.
Are you my daughter? I
Yeah.
don't think so. I think you were shot. What happened to Justin? Swear to God, I can't believe
He
it.
hurt his knee.
Open his coat.
Bring a fucking blanket. I have another one that's small, the towel. It's not really a blanket. None of us did. Yeah. What's she calling? Vegas? Because Vegas is not going to let me move. I can tell you that much. I don't give a fuck. Vegas will not tell me to move.
She said David would never let her. David doesn't have a say where we sit.
Right.
Got knocked down from you.
Bulldogs have made their way back onto the field. Still about 5 minutes left before the end of the halftime.
This kid is launching kicks.
What did Sarah say?
That one went over the field goal. Plays for the Jets.
If you're staying with us at halftime, that's number 38, who was just kicking from the 28-yard line. So that was like 38. He was kicking 38-yard field goals. Let's see if we can get your name. Let's see if he comes into play. I thought it was number 38. He's not even on my roster, so I can't even tell you who it is. Maybe it's one of their JV players who came up. But that's interesting. See if another field goal comes into play. Manhasset still hasn't made their way back onto the field. Hopefully you enjoyed halftime. I don't know if you could hear the band. So in case you're just joining us, the Bulldogs started the game. They took the ball, they took the first drive. First play of the game, they threw it over the middle. D'Angelo Karate for a big gain, setting up a Dylan Parchment touchdown. Got off to a good start. Penalties have stopped the Bulldogs. They're killing themselves. Oh, it's number 36. Here we go. 36 is hitting these. Now he's standing on the 30. That one was no good. 36. Let's see if I get a name. Yeah, 36 is not on my roster for Manhasset. Must be a JV kid. Kind of fun watching things like this at halftime. So he's standing at the 30, so that's a 40-yard field goal attempt. And that one's going to be a little short. He didn't make that one. It's good to know how far your field goal kicker could kick, just in case, going down the stretch. Ooh, that one just fell short too. So that's a 40-yard attempt. Is just, it looks like it's just out of his range. we'll keep that in mind as the play continues. The extra point kicker was number 10, the quarterback, Kyle McColian. I don't know if he kicks the field goals. Oh, that's a nice kick. That one went right through the uprights. That would have been good from 40, 45. So he can kick the ball. Bulldogs getting set. They're going to kick off to start the second half. Manhasset, with 1:18 showing left at halftime, hasn't made their way on the field yet. Matt DeSico, elected as an all-county quarterback for the second year in a row, had 156 carries on the air for just over 1,130 yards and 9 touchdowns for the season. He hasn't been able to do much so far here tonight, as Dylan Parchment has been carrying the load. Manhasset's making their way back on the field now. What was I saying? Oh, Matt DeSico, with that 156 carries, led the whole county in the number of carries. So as the quarterback, he led the county in carries. He was, I think he was ranked, I think that put him in 7th place in the county as a leading rusher. 7th leading rusher. But I think he was the only one from Division 3. He was the top leading rusher in the Division 3. So, Matt DeSico, let's see if he can get things going on the run. They do key on him. So he's been handing the ball mostly to Dylan Parchment today, who's been carrying the load for the Bulldogs. All right, hope you got your drink and your snacks and you're sitting down on your couch. I forgot who else I had to say hello to, but hello to everybody that I said I was going to say hello to that's watching live. I know Mike DeSico, Matt's brother, is in Orlando. I know he was having trouble with his stream. Hopefully he got it back on. We wish you could all be here to witness these games live, and we do this for you because we know you can't always be here. So to Anthony Scro's parents who watch, I know you'd love to be here and you watch every game, so thank you. I know you guys are far away. Same thing with the sweet-seated twins. They're Nana and Papa. They watch every week. So thank you for joining us. I know we have a lot of alumni that watch this game. So I know it's a Friday night. It's early. You guys are watching. If you're in college now, getting ready to go out, you turned on the YouTube page to watch your old team play. Hewlett's up 15-10 in the quarterfinal playoff game against Manhasset, and they're getting set to kick off. One more guy I have to say hello to, and he watches every week. It's Kevin Sanchez, a former alumni for Hewlett. So welcome, Kevin. Thank you for always supporting us. And thank you for your service. Borsellino will kick. It's going to come down around the 10 and bounce out of bounds. It'll be the flags fly. They'll spot it at the 40 to start the game, the second half. So Borsellino's kick falls out of bounds at around the 10, untouched. It'll be 1st and 10 for Manhasset. Unless they decide to have him kick it again. And they might. Let's see. I think they're going to have him kick it again. They're going to take the 5-yard penalty and have him kick it again.
Manhasset has selected the option of having.
So they'll kick it from the 35. Borsellino will re-kick it from the 35 after the 5-yard penalty, and let's see if they can return it past the 40. Back deep is Dylan. I think it's Dylan Otard back deep.
Teed up on the 35-yard line of the Bulldogs. Number 6, Stefano Borsellino will try it again.
No, it's Atif Heathington back deep, along with number 7. That's Keith Lamb back deep for Manhasset. So Lamb and Heathington back standing around their 10. The 2 up-backs standing around the 25, and the other 2 up-backs around the 40. Borsellino set to kick off. And here we go. Second half is underway. Porcelina's going to kick it. It's going to come down to Lamb. It's going to run up the middle. Runs the middle. And he gets right back to the 42-yard line. So it'll be a first down. Manhasset gained about 2 yards on that penalty, having him kick it again.
Return of about 25 yards.
Oh, I'm being told they would be spotted at the 35. So they gained about 7 yards from where they would have had it if they didn't take the penalty. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Manhasset. They're down by 5 to start the second half. Ball spotted right at the 42-yard line. Manhasset in a tight set. Attard behind the quarterback. Hands the middle to Attard. Oh, that's a good, strong run. He's still going, being pushed. He's going to keep going. Crosses the first down marker. Dylan Attard crossed the 50, close to the 46-yard line for a first down. They'll mark it at the 47-yard line, 1st and 10 for Dylan Attard's first run in the second half. That's what they did against Hewlett the first week of the season. They ran the middle of that line. Gianni Griffith back in the middle, number 53 for the Bulldogs. Kobe Cox and Thierry Labossiere, the other 2 linemen for the Bulldogs. Motion, gives it to Atif Attard again. This time met immediately by Kobe Cox in the middle. Kobe Cox and company on the tackle. Gains about 1. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9 for Manhasset. Kobe Cox, number 44. He'll be back next year, as I was saying. Plays both ways for the Bulldogs now. Didn't start the season on offense, but he worked his way into the starting offense as one of the big blockers.
Let's go, Hewlett!
Same linebackers. C.J. Majorano in the middle, along with Alicia Frankel.
Let's go, Hewlett!
Everybody's tight for Manhasset. Motion. The quarterback's going to run. And met and tackled for a loss by number 52, C.J. Majorano. That'll be a loss of 2. Bring up 3rd and 10. C.J. Majorano in the backfield, making sure that Kyle McCullion didn't get anywhere on that one. It'll bring up 3rd and long for Manhasset at their own 47-yard line. Tight formation again. McCullion under center. Dylan Attard right behind him. Motion, fake motion. Attard in the middle. Quarterback keeps. Almost tackled in the backfield. He keeps going. McCullion, he has enough for a first down. McCullion faked the handoff in the middle, kept it, had the option, but ran in the middle. And Bulldogs couldn't bring him down. Gains 12 for a first down for Manhasset, right at the 35-yard line. This is the Manhasset offense. This is the offense we saw in the first game of the season. Now they brought it back. That's Dylan Attard in the middle. Stopped, maybe a gain of 1. This is Coach Iaquinta running game. He brought his team into the locker room at halftime and probably said to them, guys, let's do what we did last time. We faced them week 1 of the season. We ran all over them. Let's do it again.
We have a special announcement about moving cars that are parked in the parking lot.
So Coach Iaquinta has his team down by 5.
License plate number LEK
comes out with the running game
Range Rover
with Dylan Attard
license plate HLM
and Kyle McCullion.
And another Range
Atif
Rover,
Heathington is the tailback. He'll be the one that'll take the pitch. He's the speed back. Watch him. He comes in motion. Atif in the middle again. Runs it, breaks a tackle. Alicia Frankel. And 21, that's Jonathan Hillsberg that make that tackle. But not before another first down by Dylan Attard.
Dylan Attard past the line of
Dylan Attard he says, give me the ball. Coach Iaquinta is feeding Dylan Attard. Now some bigger guys come back in the middle. That's Jude Zach, Jordan Bajorge, and I think that's, I'm sorry, I couldn't see who came in. Might have been Dominic Lord that came in on defense. Motion from left to right, Attard in the middle, quarterback keeps. 58, that's Jude Zach with a big stop on first down. Quarterback keep on that one. Jude Zach on the stop.
Jude Zach on the tackle for Hewlett.
Ball spotted right at the 25-yard line for Manhasset. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Kobe Cox back in the game. along with 21, Jonathan Hillsberg. McCullion under center. Attard right behind him. Motion. It's a fake pitch. Looking for pass. Throws it deep over the middle. He's all alone for a touchdown. That's a 25-yard touchdown pass over the middle. I think it was, trying to see who caught it.
25-yard touchdown reception.
I want to say that was Keith Lamb again.
Matt and Franco.
Oh, it was number 3, Matt and Franco on their side.
On the pass.
So that'll push Manhasset up by 1 right now, pending the kick.
By a point.
Manhattan goes up by 1, 16-15, pending the extra point. McCullion is in the game. He's the extra point kicker. They line up for the extra point. They'll go up by 2 if it's good. Snap, hold, kick, and it is good.
Kick is good.
So with 7:44 left to go in the third,
Manhasset
Manhasset 17, Bulldogs 15. Manhasset up by 2. So that's the game that Iaquinta likes to play. He's the power run game. Run, 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 and then when they think you're going to run, they throw it over the middle for a touchdown. That's Iaquinta's game plan. It's been that way for years. And Iaquinta has his team back on top. 17-15 with 7:44 left to go in the first half. See if the Bulldogs can answer right back with a drive of their own. Manhasset takes the opening kickoff. 58 yards for a touchdown. With a 25-yard strike from McCullion to Madden Franco.
The Manhasset kicker is now 20. Doc O'Connor.
Manhasset getting set to kick from the 40. Back deep for the Bulldogs is the same. It's Karate and Parchment back deep. The up backs. Number 4, Lucas Kim. Number 8, Talik Edmonds. And it's going to come down to Dylan Parchment right around the 12-yard line. Parchment up the seam, gets tackled at about the 23-yard line. That's where the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 for their first drive of the second half. Bulldogs down by 2. Matt DeSico makes his way back onto the field. I see 44, Kobe Cox remains in the game. Jordan Cedar, 71 is the center. CJ Majorano, 52 on the right guard.
Manhasset tackle was by Kingston Takahashi.
And I think, trying to see who's the right tackle here. Looks like 64. That's Dominic Lord at right tackle. Kobe Cox as the tight end on the right. One receiver far left, one right. Parchment to the left of DeSico. That's Gabe Rubinoff in motion. Matt DeSico fakes it to Rubinoff, runs the middle. It's a nice gain on a first down. Gain of about 8 or 9. It'll bring up second down for the Bulldogs. Matt DeSico faked the handoff to Rubinoff, who came in motion from right to left. Rubinoff, number 5, comes in motion. Matt DeSico faked that one, ran the middle, and gained about 9. It'll bring up second down and 1. Same formation for the Bulldogs. Motion again. That's Rubinoff. Fakes it again. Whistle before the play. Matt DeSico just throws the ball down. See if there was an illegal motion on the Bulldogs. It'll send them back 5 more yards. Looks like they blew the whistle before the snap. See if one of the Bulldogs moved. It'll bring up second down and 6. On the left side for the Bulldogs.
Movement before the snap.
I see Brody Appler. Brody's in the game. Brody Appler in on the left side. Parchment to the left of DeSico. Karate in motion. And another flag. And that's going to push him back another 5 yards. False start again on the Bulldogs. That time Karate came in motion. He was coming from left to right, coming toward you on the screen. Now it'll bring second down and 11 now after the two
Loss of 5
false
yards.
start
Still
penalties
second
on the
down,
Bulldogs.
second and 11 for the
Bulldogs, this is
Bulldogs.
not the way they wanted the second half to start.
Let's go, Hewlett.
They got off to a great start in the first half. This is not the start they wanted in the second half. One receiver, that's Karate out to the far left. Fakes it to Parchment. DeSico kept it, and he's dropped for a loss of 1. It'll bring up third down and 13 for the Bulldogs. Momentum has shifted from the Bulldog side to the Manhasset side with 6:15 left to go in the third quarter.
By number 65,
Where are you going?
James Ledbetter.
Matt DeSico keeps saying, where are you guys going? You got to stay onside. It'll bring up third and 14 for the Bulldogs. Matt DeSico in the shotgun. Karate in motion. Gives it to Karate. Karate's looking to throw it. He throws it up. Throws it. Oh, intended for number 5. That's Gabe Rubinoff. Falls incomplete on an option play. Matt DeSico handed it to Karate. Karate takes the ball, runs from left to right.
There is a flag.
Looking down the field, intended for Gabe Rubinoff. There is a flag down on the play. Let's see if it's on Hewlett. Or if it's pass interference, it'll bring up a first down. Oh, it looks like it's going to be an illegal man downfield on Hewlett. So they'll decline that penalty. It'll bring up fourth down for the Bulldogs.
Penalty is
one of the linemen got downfield a little too far.
And 12.
They thought maybe Karate was going to run that, and he had no intention of running that. He was going to throw it. So Bulldogs will set up for the first punt of the game. Matt DeSico, number 7, is the punter for the Bulldogs.
Is in punt formation.
2 receivers back at the 45-yard line for Manhasset. It's a nice snap. Matt DeSico takes it. It's a low kick. It's going to bounce at around the 45 and roll dead just before the 50-yard line, about the 48-yard line. And that's where Manhasset will take over first and 10 for their second possession of the second half.
49, first and 10 for the
He'll be
Indians.
spotted right at the 48-yard line.
Manhasset.
Spotted at the 49-yard line now. So first and 10 for Manhasset. Let's see if they keep their running game going with Dylan Attard. He's going to line up right behind the quarterback.
Manhasset Football Club. Altonian under center.
It's Attard behind him, takes the handoff, runs the middle. Trying to strip the ball. Being held up, still trying to strip it. Whistles blow. Still a gain of about 4 for Dylan Attard. If the Bulldogs want to win this game, they are going to have to stop number 24.
Second and 6.
That is the game plan, to run Dylan Attard in the middle of the field. Run Dylan, and then with the outside, they'll give it to Atif Heathington. That's their game plan. They do it every week. And that's how they are 7-1. The only team they fell short to was the number 1 team, Garden City. It's motion, fake motion, comes to Atif. Gets outside. Now he's in the middle. Atif's going to go to the 10, the 5, and touchdown. Atif Heathington for a touchdown for Manhasset. That's what they play. That's their game plan. Run Atif
Manhasset leads
on the outside. Run
23 to
Dylan
15.
in the middle. It'll push the score to 23-15, pending the extra point. Yeah, I see. Let's keep it clean on the screen. I see. Please keep it clean. We want you to be able to write some good comments. They line up for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick, and it's good. It'll bring it, push the lead to 9. Manhasset up by 9, 24-15 over the Bulldogs. We have 4 minutes and 52 seconds left to go in the third period. Bulldogs are down by 9. So not the way the Bulldogs wanted to start the second half. But give credit to the Manhasset team. They're down. They go into the locker room down. They get their pep talk from their head coach, Iaquinta, and come out and score 2 unanswered touchdowns to start the second half. Bulldogs have to get something going. Matt DeSico has not been able to do anything in his running game. See if they go back to the passing game when they start offense on this last drive, on this next drive. Thanks for joining us. As I was saying, I know a lot of people want to be here and can't be here live, so we bring it to you live so that you can watch. Thank you to Frank Sita for being the cameraman, bringing you great shots, zooming in when he can, trying to keep it clear for you. Manhasset set to kick off. Going to come down to, it's going to bounce, picked up by Karate.
Taken by number 9, Daniel Karate.
Run the middle, Karate to about the 30 and taken down. Little pushing and shoving, no flags.
Kickoff team members on the tackle.
Karate picks the ball up, runs the middle, more toward the right hash mark. Gets out to about the 31-yard line where the Bulldogs will take over. Let's see if the Bulldogs can get things started again like they did in the first half. Wind is picked up. It's blowing from the Manhasset sideline toward the Hewlett sideline, so it's not blowing north and south. It's blowing from, we'll call it, west to east. Michael Schlem, number 3, goes far left. Gabe Rubinoff in the slot to the left. Sleek Edmonds split out to the right. Parchment behind DeSico. DeSico gives it to Parchment, runs the middle, met by 3 Manhasset players right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. I know you're starting to see the camera shake. It's because the wind is picked up. So we'll try to hold it for you so it doesn't shake. 2 receivers out to the left for the Bulldogs, 1 to the right. Parchment to the left of DeSico. Matt DeSico going to roll left. He's looking left. He's being chased. Now he's going to come back to the right. Still looking. Finally throws it. Intended. Closest receiver, Gabe Rubinoff. Incomplete. It's like Matt DeSico just threw it away. Nobody open downfield for the Bulldogs. It'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Manhasset sideline looking for a flag from the referees. See if they got one. I don't see one on the field. He's asking for one. He doesn't understand why there wasn't one, but 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Matt DeSico going to roll left, and he's met immediately in the backfield. Pulled down after the whistle.
By
3 Manhasset players in the backfield. Matt DeSico had nowhere to go. It'll bring up 4th and about 16.
Along 14.
Matt DeSico's going to set up to kick again. Bulldogs have to try to get something going. Nothing there on that rollout. 3 Manhasset players into the backfield. The snap. Matt DeSico to kick. That's a nice high end-over-end kick. It's going to, bounce. Nice bounce. Takes a Hewlett roll. It's going to roll inside the 10-yard line to about the 9. That's a nice punt by Matt DeSico. 65-yard kick. And that's where Manhasset will take over inside their own 10-yard line. Nice punt by Matt DeSico. Took a nice Hewlett roll after the bounce. The receiver, I couldn't see who it was, just tried to get out of the way of it. He didn't want to drop it. The wind has picked up significantly, and if you could see the leaves that are just blowing all over the place now, it'll bring 1st and 10 for Manhasset, up by 9, 24-15 over the Bulldogs. 3:07 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Colleen under center. Dylan Attard right behind him. Motion in the backfield. Gives it to her. A flag down. They blow the play dead. Let's see if Manhasset moved. Or was it on the Bulldogs? Let's see. False start on Manhasset. It'll be 1st and 15. They'll bring the ball back to the 5-yard line. or inside the 5.
5-yard penalty.
It'll be 1st and 15 for Manhasset. Manhasset
First and
in the end
15.
zone, in the huddle, in their own end zone. This is the time Dylan Attard likes to run the middle. Motion in the backfield, gives to Attard, fakes to Attard, quarterback keeps, runs, flag comes in late. I don't know if that was a face mask. I'm not even sure that was a flag. That might have just been a leaf being. Oh, it was a flag. Face mask on the Bulldogs. It's going to bring up a first down. Boy, all the penalties seem to be going against the Bulldogs today. It'll be a face mask that'll give them a first down after a gain of about 5.
Face mask infraction. Added to the end of the play.
All right, it's not going to be a first down. They're only going to give him the 5-yard. Should be second down, and then it would be 1st and 10. So the yard marker is showing first down. It's showing 1st and 5, but it can't be a 1st and 5. So it's got to be 2nd and 5. They gave him the extra 5 yards, but it still should be second down. That play should count. So it should be 2nd and 5 for Manhasset. Motion in the backfield. Attard up the middle. Takes it, runs the middle. Daniel Lankry, number 1 on the tackle. It'll bring up 3rd and about 1 for Manhasset. Just shy of the first. Oh, now they're going to say it was that can't be a first down if the ball is spotted on the 19. They had to get to the 20 for a first down.
And Kobe Cox.
This is what I keep talking about. They spot the ball on the 19-yard line. It was
Manhasset.
just inside the 10, so that should not be a first down. But they gave him a first down. Now it's a 1st and 10 on the 19-yard line. Sorry, the referee's got to get it together. Attard behind the quarterback. Gives it to the second back through. That's Atif Hevington. Gains about 10 across the 30 for a first down. So that time they faked it to Dylan Attard. Second back coming through. Atif in motion. Takes the second handoff. And he runs the outside. Ball on the left hash mark. Tight formation for Manhasset. Attard right behind the quarterback. McCollion. Motion. Gives it to Attard. Runs the middle. Gains about 2. 52. Gianni Griffith.
Attard on the carry for yard.
52. Sorry, C.J. Majorano on the tackle. And I think that was Daniel Lankry, number 1, in on that. I think 51 was also in on that tackle for the Bulldogs. That's Jordan Bajorge. Tight formation. It'll be second down and 6. Attard right behind the quarterback again. Motion. Second handoff is to Atif Hevington. Stopped after a gain of about 3. It'll bring up 3rd down for Manhasset.
Hevington, the ball carrier.
Winding down the 3rd quarter. I don't know if they're going to get another playoff. There's about 10 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. I don't know if they're going to even stay. They're going to stay in the huddle. They're going to bring it to the 4th quarter. They're going to be happy with the 9-point lead to start the quarter and a 3rd and 5 coming up for Manhasset.
That's the end of the 3rd. Manhasset leads 24-15.
So that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Manhasset up by 9 and driving. It'll be 3rd and 4 to start the 4th quarter. If the Bulldogs can make a stop, they need 2 scores. Being down by 9, they can't. Even with the 2-point conversion, that would only be 8. So the Bulldogs are down 2 scores at the start of the 4th quarter. Bulldogs got off to a great start, went into the halftime with the lead, came out a little flat. 2 touchdowns right away by Manhasset to start the second half to build their lead 24-15. I don't think we've had 41 people live online before this season. So thank you for joining us. We're happy to bring you live coverage of Hewlett Bulldog football. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for watching. I wish I could say hello to all of you. But again, we're happy to bring you Dominic Lord. Let's go, Hewlett. Let's go. That's what we're saying. We need to stop here. Thank you for joining us, Dominic Lord. And Dominic Lord Jr. is on the field. So that must be Dominic Lord Sr. Let's go, Dominic Lord. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 4. Bulldogs need a stop. Watch the quarterback keeper here. Atif is to the right. Attard right behind. Trying to pull the Bulldogs off. They don't jump. Atif in motion. Gives it to Attard, who does not get the first down. Will bring up a 4th. And about 3, the punt team coming on the field for Manhasset. So Bulldogs made a stop. Let's see if they don't jump off sides here, as they might try to pull them off, or even, being up by 9. I think Iaquinta is going to want to kick this ball.
On the tackle.
Number 17. That's Ami Bendelstein back deep for the Bulldogs. I see Matt DeSico, number 7, on the field. He's the 3rd one in on the left. He blocked the punt early this season. He's coming on the block. He doesn't make it. Comes down to Bendelstein. He's going to let it roll, and that's going to take a Manhasset roll. And that's going to roll down inside their 10-yard line now. And that's where the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10. So, unable to field the punt at the 34-yard. It'll bring a 1st and 10 after the 52-yard punt by Manhasset. The Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 with 11:06 left to go in the game and their season, down by 9. Bulldogs need to put a drive together and then get a stop. Ball spotted. Looks like it's right at the 9-yard line. 9.5-yard line. So they'd have to go to the 19.5-yard line for a first down. 2 receivers come to the left, 1 to the right. Matt DeSico in the shotgun. Parchment to his left. Matt DeSico looking to throw. Now he's going to roll. He's rolling, throws. His arm is hit as he throws. Ball is batted down. It's incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd down for the Bulldogs. Matt DeSico looking for, I think it was number 5, Gabe Rubinoff on that one. He started rolling to our sideline here, rolling to his left. His arm was hit as he threw it. The ball fell incomplete. Rubinoff checks out. I think that's number 6, Borsellino, checking in. He's tight on the right. Michael Shlemovitz alone on the left by himself. Parchment in the backfield with DeSico. DeSico fakes the Parchment. Matt DeSico's going to run the right side. He gets outside. Makes a move. Gets to about the yard markers. Let's see if they give him the first down. Gets out of bounds. It looks like it'll be very close to a first down. They're going to move the chains. It'll be a first down for Bulldogs after the gain of 10 by Matt DeSico. Matt DeSico, a little shake and bake on that one. Got outside. And enough for a first down after a gain of 10. 1st and 10 at the 20 for the Bulldogs. Shlemovitz to the left. Split. Parchment to the right of DeSico. Matt DeSico going to run the right side this time. Oh, and he's met in the backfield. And hit hard. Tackled. I can't see a number. I'm not sure who that was. So far away. Did we get a number on that? I can't tell. Be tackled for a loss in the backfield. 2nd and 12 for the Bulldogs. 3 receivers come out to the left, 1 to the right. That's Talik Edmonds all alone to the right. Parchment to the right of DeSico. Karate in the slot to the left. Matt DeSico going to fake Parchment again. He's going to try to run the middle, and he's met in the backfield again by the same tackler. So obviously running that right side is not working for the Bulldogs. It'll be another loss of 2. It'll bring up 3rd and 14. James Ledbetter. They're telling me that was James Ledbetter on the tackle. He's their leading tackler. It'll bring up 3rd and long for the Bulldogs. 3 receivers come out to the left. A lot of wind blowing from left to right. Matt DeSico in the shotgun, rolling to his right. Now he's rolling to his left. Now he gets outside. Now he's trying to run the middle. He tackled, gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th and 10 for the Bulldogs. So Matt DeSico trying to go away from all the Manhasset defenders in the backfield. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and 10. 8:45 left to go in the game. Bulldogs down by 9. They need a quick stop, maybe a turnover to get something going for the Bulldogs. Wide splits on the line for the Bulldogs in this punt formation. Matt DeSico stands around his 5-yard line, takes it, end over end kick, sends it back. It's going to bounce again. It's going to bounce to number 4. Finally picks it up. Headington picks it up, gets outside of the 50. Flag comes down, pushed out of bounds at the 40. Might be a blocking in the back by Manhasset. That'll send them back. Looks like it's back on them. It'll push them back another 10 yards. They'll spot the ball inside their own 50. Bring it back. They'll mark it back to about the 39-yard line of Manhasset after the penalty on the run back by Manhasset. So 1st and 10 for Manhasset at the 39-yard line. 8:15 left to go in the game. Bulldogs down 24-15. Bulldogs are down by 9.
Block in the back is the call against Manhasset.
C.J. Majorano, number 52, had an interception last week. Or interception, that was a few weeks ago against Mineola, and ran it back for a touchdown. Bulldogs need something like that again. They're going to keep it to Bill Attard up the middle. That's my guess. The motion, gives it to Attard, runs the middle, breaks a tackle, finally brought down by, I think that was number 6, Stefano Borsellino. Nice run by Dylan Attard up the middle.
First down for Manhasset.
First down, across the 50 to about the 47-yard line. Bulldogs have to stop that middle run if they want to have a chance to win this game. Manhasset will take their time coming up to the line. Attard will line up behind the quarterback, Kyle McCullion. Motion in the backfield, again to Attard. Thierry Labossiere, number 77 on the stop for no gain. Now the flag comes down. The whistle's blowing. Flag comes down. Let's see if it's going to be on Hewlett because they didn't get off after the whistle blow, and they brought Attard down after the dead ball foul, personal foul on the Bulldogs. That'll be 15 yards for Manhasset.
Personal foul.
These penalties have really put the Bulldogs behind the 8 ball. It'll be an automatic first down after the 15-yard penalty will be marked off. Bulldogs are still in this game, only down by 9 with 7:28 left to go in the game. But they need to stop. Ball is spotted at the 31-yard line. They need to stop the run. And they did stop their run on that play, but then they got called for a personal foul after the play. That's an automatic 15 yards and a first down. Manhasset runs up to the line. They're ready to go. Attard behind the quarterback. Fakes to Attard. Quarterback runs the middle. That's McColian inside the 20 to about the inside the 15 to about the 12-yard line for a first down. Fakes the middle. McColian keeps it. Has the option available. Kept it. Ran it up the hash mark for another first down. This is Manhasset football.
Moving off.
Bulldogs had Manhasset on the ropes in the first half. Came out, stunned them, taking the opening drive. Down the field for a touchdown. Ball spotted at the 13, 1st and 10 for Manhasset. Gives to Dylan Attard. Gain of about 3.
Attard on the carry.
The big second down for Manhasset.
Chris Marano on the stop.
Manhasset staying in their huddle as long as they can with 6:02 left to go in the game. Up by 9. Attard behind the quarterback. Flag comes down. Delay game on Manhasset. Or a full start on Manhasset. One or the other. Full start, Manhasset. That'll mark off 5 yards. That'll bring up second down and 12.
Movement on the line, illegal procedure, false start.
That'll stop the clock too with 5:46 left in the game after the penalty. Bulldogs need a stop and 2 scores. Down by 9, 24-15 with 5:44. Although they have the clock running now, so I'm not sure how that happens because they could burn off another 30 seconds. It doesn't make any sense to me. Motion. And it goes to Ateeth Headington. He's going to go for another touchdown. 16-yard touchdown for Ateeth Headington. And that will seal the deal, send Manhasset into the semifinals of the Class 3 Nassau County Division. With 5:27 left to go in the game, Bulldogs down by 15 pending the extra point. Bulldogs just did not have it the second half of this game. Lining up for the extra point. It's a low snap. It's falling on the floor. Finally picks it up, throws it over the middle, and it falls incomplete. Low snap, picked up by the kicker. That's the quarterback, number 10. Tried to throw it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Fell incomplete. So that remains. That's a big extra point because that's a 15-point lead. So it's still 2 scores for the Bulldogs. They are not out of it yet with 5:27 left to go in the game. Bulldogs are down by 15.
No attempted kick.
Bulldogs need a
15.
score on this drive. Both teams with 3 timeouts. Bulldogs down by 15.
Again, the winner of today's game moves to the semifinal in Conference 3 here in Section 8, taking on the winner of tomorrow's game between the Spartans of Elmont and the Cyclones of Southside.
So the winner of this game will take off the winner
Likely that
of
game will
the
be at
Elmont
10 at Hofstra a week
game
from tomorrow.
against Southside. That game's tomorrow. And the winner of this game will play the winner of that game in the semifinals at Hofstra next week.
Doc O'Connor has
Bulldogs
teed up at the 40-yard line of Manhasset.
getting ready to receive the kick. Parchment and Karate back deep for the Bulldogs. See if they could break one here. That could put a little spark with 5:27 left to go in the game.
Are back deep for the Bulldogs.
Here's the kick, and it's squibbed down the middle of the field. Picked up by Karate at the 15. Karate runs the middle. Breaks a tackle, gets to the 28-yard line where the Bulldogs will take over. 1st and 10 with 5:21 left to go in the game. They need a quick score. They need to get the ball in the end zone as they're down by 2 scores.
Karate on the kickoff return.
Jordan, what'd you lose? But did you call it? Are you calling it? Did you check down by the crowd? They probably took it. And you guys are walking past that. Right, exactly.
All right, Bulldogs break their huddle. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Nobody in the backfield with DeSico who's in the shotgun. Motion, that's Gabe Rubinoff. Fake it to Rubinoff. Matt DeSico's going to run the middle. Gains about 2. They have been all over Matt DeSico, who has not been able to get it going. Taking a lot of hard hits today. And not much gain. Gain about 2. 5:04 left to go in the game. Clock running. There's 2 Ledbetters on the defense. That one tackled by James Ledbetter. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. High snap. Matt DeSico pulls it down. Looking to throw. Throws it outside. It's complete to Michael Slomovich. It's
Pass broken up by DePietro.
incomplete on the hit. So Slomovich had it, got hit. They say there was no catch on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 for the Bulldogs. $4:39 left to go in the game. They find it? They find it? Ball spotted on the right hash mark. 3 receivers. That's the short side of the field. On the right, 2 to the left. Matt DeSico in the shotgun. Motion. That's Karate. Matt DeSico's going to follow Karate. Not much there. And tackled. Chased down in the backfield. They bring up 4th down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs have not been able to get the ball moving in the second half. 4:19 left to go, and clock is running. Left to go in the game. Bulldogs down by 15. Bulldogs are going to have to go for it. Down by 15. The punt team's coming in. Ball spotted right at the 29-yard line of Manhasset. All right, now Matt DeSico's into punt. Standing at his own 15. See if they fake this. Do something. Oh, it's a bad kick off the side of his foot. Goes out of bounds right at about the
34-yard line of
35-yard line. So, short punt. Hewlett fans, not much to cheer about in the second half, as it's been all Manhasset in the second half with 3:34 left to go in the game. Wind is kicked up significantly. I expect to see Dylan Attard run everyone up the middle
at the 35-yard line
for the rest of the game for Manhasset. Dominic Lord, number 51. I think that's Dominic Lord in the middle of the defense for the Bulldogs. Attard trying to strip the ball, Bulldogs are. But Attard gains about 12 yards for a first down.
And a first down.
Ball spotted at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for Manhasset. They're going to stay.
That's their job.
They're going to stay in the huddle as long as they can. Under 3 minutes to play. Manhasset at the line in their tight formation. Motion. Gives it to a Tard up the middle. Tackled
Card stopped
by
for
number
no gain.
51, Dominic Lord. Oh, 51, that's Jordan Bajorge. Sorry about that. Jordan Bajorge, number 51,
Lucas
in the
Kim.
middle of in that.
And Chris
What is it? I can't see if it's a
Morano
51. It's either
on the
51 or 61. Their jerseys are all cropped. I think that was Jordan Bajorge on the tackle. 2:15 left to go. Second down and 9 for Manhasset, up by 15. It's a handoff to number 4. That's
Tiff Headington on the
Lateef
count.
Headington for another touchdown. That's the same play they ran for their last touchdown. That'll be another touchdown for Lateef
Touchdown
Headington.
run. One minute and 50 seconds left.
With a minute and 50 seconds left to go in the game, Manhasset stretches their lead to 36-15.
lead.
By herself through that. You cannot walk through them. They're being very nasty. You have to leave.
Grandma, look at all them over there.
They're not letting you go by. They're being assholes.
Why can't I walk? Just wait. It's going to be more.
They're setting up for their extra point.
Sarah Vanny,
Snap, hold,
can somebody walk
kick,
another pass down?
and that's good. That'll bring
Point after touchdown attempt is successful.
the lead for Manhasset,
And that's the lead.
who's going to win this
37-15.
game. Manhasset 37, Bulldogs 15 with 1:50 left to go in the game. So it looks like the Bulldogs season will come to an end here in the quarterfinals. But it was a successful season for the Bulldogs, who made the playoffs as the number 6 seed. They have a lot of things to look bright. The future looks bright for the Bulldogs, with a lot of juniors returning next year. 16 seniors will graduate for the Bulldogs, including Matt DeSico, the all-county quarterback. So they'll set up for a kick return. Down by 22. The Bulldogs are, with 1:50 left to go in the game.
O'Connor to kick.
It's never easy to lose a playoff game, but some teams have to lose. One team has to win, one team has to lose. Bulldogs, if this was
And karate back
if it was a 2-quarter game, the Bulldogs would have won this one. But it's a 48-minute football game. You got to play all 48 minutes, and it's been all Manhasset here in the second half. So Manhasset came out of their locker room with intentions to run Dylan Attard and Lateef Headington, and that's what they did. The wind is blowing so hard someone actually has to hold the football for Manhasset now as it keeps blowing off the tee.
That's it. That's the better side.
It was all Bulldogs in the first half, and it was all Manhasset in the second. There's the kick. It's a squib down the middle. Going to come down to number 21. That's Jonathan Hillsberg, who's going to return it into the middle. Breaks a tackle. Takes it to about the 24-yard line, where the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10. I see Alex Cedar at number 70. He'll be in at guard next to his brother, the center, Jordan Cedar, to finish the game for the Bulldogs. Let's see who else makes their way onto the field for the Bulldogs. Matt DeSico does come out as the quarterback. I see number 19. That's Dante Valente into the game. And number 72 makes his way onto the field That's Nick Klosterman on the field for the Bulldogs and into the game. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. I can't see who the running back is. Looks like it's Karate. Number 9 is in the backfield with DeSico, who's going to run the ball for a gain of about 6 with 1:30 left to go in the game. Hand off to Karate for a gain of 6. So Karate into the backfield to end his senior year season. Matt DeSico remains in the game to end his senior year season.
And
Dante Valente, Gabe Rubinoff split left. They're seniors. Handoff to Karate. Inside handoff. It'll be enough for a first down. They'll move the chains with 1 minute left to go in the game. A lot of Manhasset substitutions makes their way into the game.
And that's a tackle by number 33, Lucas Larian.
2 receivers, Valente and Rubinoff to the left. Karate to the left of DeSico, who's in the shotgun. One receiver split far right. I think that's Alicia Frankel, number 11 in there. It's to the right. It's a carry by Karate again. No, that's number 48 that made it into the game. 48 for the Bulldogs. And at wide receiver, I think that was one of the JV players who made it into the game.
Number 22, Colin Gibbs.
That's Jacob Zohar, who made it into the game as a split end on the right side for that play for the Bulldogs.
Helped us get the game going, the national anthem.
This will be the last play of the game. Handoff to Karate. Met and tackled by number 33 of Manhasset to end the game. That'll be Lucas Larian. Lucas Larian makes the final tackle for the Bulldog for Manhasset. And that'll bring us to the conclusion of the game, where Manhasset will win 37-15 over the Hewlett Bulldogs and advance to the semifinals of the Class 3 Section 8 football semifinals at Hofstra tomorrow. They'll play whoever wins between Elmont and Southside tomorrow. The players will meet at the 50-yard line, shake hands. Like I said, it was a great season for the Bulldogs. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sticking with us. Unfortunately, the Bulldog season will come to an end. It's been a pleasure bringing you live footage for every game of the Hewlett Bulldog season this year. Thank you again to Frank Sita, who's been the cameraman for the Bulldog games all season long. Thank you for all the fans supporting the Bulldogs. And on behalf of the Bulldogs, thank you for watching and supporting our Bulldogs.
Brian Riley, number 9, Kyle Melkonian.
Final score, Manhasset 37, Bulldogs 15.
Number 13, Doc O'Connor, number 20. Henry Ledbetter, number 21. Chris McGowan, 23. Dylan Attard, 24. George Hopp, number 30. Lucas Larian, number 33. Michael DePietro. Strike that. Parker Madden, number 51. Kingston Takahashi, number 54. Eliza Podraza, 55. Christian Chang, number 56. Declan Gann, number 12. Patrick McGinnis, 64. James Ledbetter, number 65. Teddy Chen, number 66. Brady Balch, 71. And Henry Griffith, number 72, the Manhasset High School senior.
Still live. We are still live here in Hewlett.
For the Bulldogs, the seniors.
You can listen to the Bulldog seniors are all being announced by the PA
number 3,
announcer.
Michael Schlemovich. Number 3. Number 5, Gabe Rubinoff. Matt DeSico, number 7, the quarterback. Talek Edmonds, number 8. Daniel Karate, number 9. Dante Valente, number 19 for the Bulldogs. Jason Rick, number 33. Chris Moriano, captain, number 52. Gianni Griffith, captain, number 53. Josh Grinspan, number 57. Alex Sita, number 70. Jordan Sita, number 71.
He screwed that up. He just said Jordan Powers.
And Thierry
57.
Labousse, number 77. The seniors for Hewlett High School.
Good luck to the Hewlett seniors as they move on and they embark on a new career. Some players looking to play some football in college. Good luck to them. Good luck to the Hewlett Bulldogs who are moving on to basketball season and track season. Wrestling season. A lot of these football players play basketball, track, and wrestling. So, good luck to them. I know they're not happy tonight to end the season here like this. And if you could see, they're in their huddle with Coach Palladino giving them a little speech. I know Coach Palladino wanted to be dancing in that locker room tonight more than anything. Thank you, Coach Palladino, for another great season at Hewlett High School and the hours and hours and hours you and your staff put into the game. We really appreciate all your efforts. Thank you to Michelle Majorano for being the president of the Parent Association and all the volunteers that help out at the dinners every week before a game. We really appreciate it. The Hewlett football team couldn't do it without all you guys, the coaches, the parents that help out, and the hours and hours and hours the coaches put in. We wish everybody good luck moving forward. And it's been a pleasure bringing you live footage every week. Thank you and good night.